aka Geeks.
Hey everybody, welcome to AKA Geeks. I'm Sean. I'm going to be doing a movie review / reaction to Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I'm going to keep this spoiler free. I'm going to leave the big spoiler stuff for the group discussion that we'll be putting up within the next week. So let's get to it, you guys. First off, this is the movie, if you do not know, this is not spoiler, just so you know where this movie lands. It's between Episode 3, which is a prequel, number 3 of the prequels, so it's really actually the 6th movie. And it's between that one and Episode 4, which is actually the first movie of the original trilogy. This is the movie that bridges the gap. This is the movie that you see in the crawl of Episode 4. And with this movie, let's just talk about some of my general feelings about this. First off, acting. Good acting. I was really happy with what all the actors did with the main characters in this film. They got good screen time, and Gareth Edwards did a good job of spreading that screen time around, so you felt like you started to connect with each character throughout the film. You started to learn different things about different characters and understand that each of them have a different personality, a different connection with whether it's the rebellion or whether it's the Force. You find these different aspects to different characters, and each of them gets their due time on screen. There are definitely some characters that steal the show for me. I will leave that for later, but there are definitely some characters that steal the show for me. Also with the characters, with this screen time and with getting to know them more, you also see the evolution of some characters, which is really important to me, because certain characters start off a movie a certain way and they end a certain way, and it's good to see that arc, to understand that they had an effect, or the world had an effect on them, which I really enjoyed that. The story, in an overall sense, is pretty straightforward. It's not you're not gonna get confused by this. It's laying it out there for you right at the start, and you kind of know what you gotta do. You're on a mission. And what I loved about this movie versus a lot of other movies that do that for you, they didn't joke around. This is their mission, and they went and they made this movie happen, and they made this story come to life. And I liked that about it. Based on what I said earlier, based on what this movie is. It is the bridge between Episodes 3 and Episode 4. I feel like they did a great job with the way the story went, all the way from the beginning to the end, with all the characters and how everything ended. I'm very satisfied with it. I feel like this is the way it had to be, regardless of what you interpret that as being. I'm very happy with how it ended and where it came from at the beginning of the film. The film has some of the best action scenes. I think they're at this point with the Star Wars films where they are able to get really great choreographers for fight scenes. They're able to get people in the films like a Donnie Yen that can do things that you don't normally see in Star Wars movies, that you didn't see in the original trilogy, and they're able to incorporate that. So I love that aspect of this film. The fight scenes in the X-wings and the space, all that stuff is amazing, and it's remarkable where they've come, even in a year from The Force Awakens to this point. It's a wonderful step up. Now, I will say that the movie does have some issues, though. This is not a perfect film by any means, but those issues are, for me, pretty early on, and they are overcome within the rest of the scope of the film. And other than that, I don't want to get too much into that. I'm going to get into that in the group discussion. But overall, I had a great time with this film. I watched it with my friend Rick, and he liked it more than A Force Awakens. I'm still deciding where it falls. I definitely love that this is a different type of Star Wars film, something we've never seen before. So I'm taking that into account. I'm gonna go see it again, and hopefully I can come back with a better picture of it and see where it lands on my scale of 1 through 8. Alright guys, so that's it for this review reaction to Rogue One, a Star Wars movie. Remember to check out AKA Geeks and all of our social media. Check out the podcast on iTunes, Spreaker, and Google Play. For this video, you guys, that's all for tonight. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section. Let's have a great conversation about Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Stay tuned for the group conversation, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
aka Geeks.